can see it's a face of his brother. It's an imagination of Salvador Dali. Ladies and gentlemen, in surrealism, imagination is pretty important, okay? It's a face of his brother Salvador, and you can see the elements of a dead like a ghost. In a forward, you will see the several elements of the dead or symbol of a dead like a skull, okay? Here vividly, you can see the several ghosts. So until right now, his main fear was death or passing a time. But or for example, in another works, you can see the several skulls. Look at that, for example, several skulls or the ghost that comes from his main fear that was death. Or for example, that's all. Let me talk about another fear of Salvador Dali that was sex. That was sex. Why sex? As I told you, this city compared with Barcelona and Girona is a little bit religious city. And his father was super religious. His father was super religious. He's a father of Salvador Dali. He's a father of Salvador Dali. When Salvador Dali was a teenager, his father showed him a couple of photos, a collection of photos full of bloody penis, because he wanted to inform him about the dangers of having sex out of the holy marriage. And as I told you, he was super sensitive and he was afraid. And after that, until the end of his life, he just could have 3 times sex with another woman, and none of them didn't work. And Salvador Dali always he said that I'm a virgin, and indeed he was a virgin. That's a reason that in this museum, or in the works of Salvador Dali, you can see the several elements or the symbol of the sex, like a naked woman or the body of the woman. For example, look at that one. In a long shot, this masterpiece is look like a skull. Are you agree with me? It look like a skull. But in a close shot, it look like a 2 girls or 2 women. Or for example, in another art performance, look at this art performance by Salvador Dali. And keep your mind about that. A question, have you ever watched the movie Silence of the Lambs, starring by Anthony Hopkins and Judy Foster in 1990, I think that, okay? And here's a poster of the Silence of the Lambs. Do you remember? And just look at the middle of the butterfly. Look at that. Look at the middle and the center of the butterfly. So, and indeed, that's a point that he was, ladies and gentlemen, he was suffering during his life because he wanted to have sex, but he couldn't. For example, in this one, that can be counted as one of my top 5 works of Salvador Dali. You can see that how he wanted like a tiger. Can you see like a tiger as a symbol of sex? How he wanted as a tiger, but he couldn't. Look at that.